Okay, starting with the part, go from the center of the nose. I like a rat tail comb. I'm gonna comb somewhere around halfway in the top of her head. Okay, and then I go up from like center of the ear up, so that like lands you about here, and that's where it's gonna taper back. So grab the hair about like that, leave your sides down. You're gonna brush that part back towards yourself. What you're left with is the hair parted in front, like so, just roughly. It's fine. You take a band, I'm gonna put it in kind of messy back here. You want damp hair, or like straight out of the shower is fine, but you don't want to do this in dry hair. You're gonna use a crap ton of product. Starting up here, you're gonna make sure you've got a nice thick base of gel all the way into the front. Spread it down, this will help secure your middle part, so you don't have to go back and fix that. And making sure that that's kind of a separate thing from the top here. We're gonna do more of this. This is just to kind of start so we can get things held into place. I would recommend hair before makeup so that in case you get any on their skin, you can wipe it. Coming up towards the front. Whoopsies. Line here too, this is what I'm talking about, because if you get your foundation in that gel right by the hairline, it's gonna make your foundation a little bit crusty, so make sure you wipe really well. And I make sure that the gel is nice and saturated all the way through. And doing this side, same way. By the ear.
It's wet.
And everywhere. Yes, it is wet. It's not meant to be dry. And then you're gonna take your slicker brush and you're gonna pull that through the hair.
Oh, I like this brush.
I know you like this brush.
I like it when it has gel in it. It makes it.
I don't know if you can see it on here, but there's a dry spot. I don't like that. I'm gonna pull gel through there too. That slicker brush helps to get it deeper into the layers of hair that are under there that you can't see right on the surface. Same thing other side. And notice we're not brushing back just yet. We're brushing out to the sides so that this part isn't coming back quite yet. Again, that exposed a couple of drier spots for me. I'm gonna go over them. Okay, leaving that hair down to the side since that slicker brush should have really stuck that there. We're gonna come to the back, slicker brush again. We're gonna pull that into our hand. Here. Pulling it all straight back. We're still ignoring that top section that's divided. We'll get there, but not yet. Once again, you're gonna see some dry spots. That's a no-no. You want it well saturated.
Smells so good.
Otherwise, you're gonna get flyaways. I know it's a lot of product, I do, but you will be happy because you won't have to redo it or touch it up. Make sure that you really get it down in by the nape of the neck. I'm not gonna put as much on the bottom right now because she's going to bed, but you'll wanna get it all up under here too. Okay, now we're gonna pull it all together. So, First, really, really, really slick back this lower part that we've done. Now we're gonna bring the sides in, but we're not gonna change the position. This is gonna stay locked right here in this hand. So you're gonna pull that hair from the front and just gently guide it in. You'll notice I didn't brush from the top here. And then I'm taking it from the other side the same way. I didn't change anything. I didn't brush it yet. If you look up here, there's still a little part right here where it's off. I'll fix that in just a second and I'll show you how. But from this point, we're gonna go ahead and stick a ponytail. We're not done. This is gonna come out one more time. I'll show you. Okay, secure that with a pony. And then we're gonna spray the ever living crap out of it from this point.
Oh, biscuits.
I know.
That's freezing. It smells good though.
And yes, I really do use this much on each of their heads. Okay, so now we're left here. And then on the other edge of that, it's like a smaller, slicker brush. This is where you're gonna get into your fine details. You're gonna pull everything down. You can use that little comb part too. Sometimes that helps. We don't want little bald spots. So now I'm gonna pull it down toward here. This is gonna look messy. It's okay. Down here is gonna look messy because you're pulling all that excess hair that's been hiding in all those layers. Whoops. All down to the ponytail. I like that little comb end. You can use the slicker brush. Whatever you decide works best for you to get all of that excess lumps and bumps out. And you're just pulling it all towards that ponytail base. It's got a little stubborn one here. I'm gonna kind of adjust it back over this way. It's okay to play with it at this point because your product is still wet. Here it goes. Okay. Now you've got this kind of like messy look down here. This is a-okay. So the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take a hair dryer and we're gonna dry all that product. Okay, so you can see it's nice and wet. We're gonna dry it. Okay, now that it's nice and hard, that hair ain't going anywhere. Now we're gonna fix this mess back here. So now that this is all secure, you can pull this ponytail right back out. Again, hold nice and tight here with your hand. Look down just a little bit. Thank you. And you're gonna kind of pull those little spots that you bunched up into the ponytail. There's a little bit of forgiveness here because you still have your bun form that's going over this part. So if you do end up with a little bump near the base, that's okay, but just try your best to pull it all in. But that slicking really should help that not be the case. Okay, so now we've got our ponytail. I like to spray one more time here, just because anything that was hidden underneath. If you do have any little lumps or bumps, you can stick a bobby pin, like maybe in there you could or something, if you really feel like it needs it. But the bun will probably cover all of this, so I'm not too worried about it. Next thing we're gonna do is put the ponytail through here. And then we're gonna take the bobby pins. I like U-pins. They're different. They're called U-pins because it looks like a U. It's not so tight at the base. And I'm gonna push this bun form against her head. I'm gonna grab from kind of up the middle of the bun form and secure that all the way around. You want it taut to their head. This is gonna stop the gap that happens sometimes when they start dancing. There's like almost like a gap between the bun form and their head, and their bun slowly starts to separate as the day goes on from their head, and it can like sag down, and sometimes their buns even fall out. This will stop that process. So use a lot of pins during this.
We definitely don't want psyche buns.
No saggy buns. So make sure that you've got it nice and secure against there. Okay. So now if that's not going anywhere, look way down for me, Buggy Boo. We're gonna take the hair back here, split it in two all the way down and look at the floor. There you go. Okay.
Avocado.
Yeah, and then I spray it a little bit. I take my comb, spread it around the bun. And then, where is your, where'd it go? There it is. The hair net, I fold it over on itself because they're kind of big. Okay. Gonna go here. Keep your hair separated in two. Some of y'all finish the bun different than I do, but I'm gonna show you my way. Like it or don't. And then stick another hair tie around. Give it a good squeeze. I stick a couple more U-pins in around that hair elastic I just put in and around that bun net.
Hair bun something.
If you have any loose parts during this, you can kind of pull it closer to the head again. But these U-pins work a lot better because they grab more at once. Okay. Next, you don't want this part to have flyaways. I know some of you are wrapping it and some of you are braiding. Either way, I would give the hair a little spritz so you don't end up with flyaways. I like to do the braids in two parts. So the first part, I'm going to braid almost kind of going down the bun.
Shush.
I'm doing this a little bit faster than I normally would, just because you've seen most of what you need to. Yeah. And then I take a clear elastic to secure the end of that. Okay, and then the other one, turn this way, Buggy.
Turning.
I like to braid kind of going upward because this one's gonna wrap around and this one's gonna wrap up the other way. So again, you're gonna want to spray it a little bit just to stop flyaways. Again, I'm doing this kind of fast. I probably would normally brush this out a little bit so that there would be no loops, but I'm not gonna torture her, it's late. And clear elastic. Okay, then you're gonna take the little one here and bring it around and in nice and tight to the bun. Take another U-pin, stick it down in there. And then this one is gonna come over top of that. And I like to tuck it right under the bun and stick another U-pin. Having a hard time seeing because Kevin's kind of in my way. So, and then obviously just secure that with pins. You can kind of use the braid as a guide. Like you can put it in one of these loops and pull that into the bun and just kind of do that all the way around. And then you're gonna take your hairspray and you're gonna kind of do a final overall of the bun. Look down him. Look down.
Sorry.
You want to pin this in more, obviously. I'm just not doing as much with the braid because what you guys mostly needed was this upper part. I would give it one more once over spray, and then you're pretty much good. So yeah, should be left with a nice slick style here. This way. Yeah. If you have any questions, shoot them my way. And then the sparkle rhinestone thing here. Hold this, Kev. I think you guys had this part right, but I'll do it anyway, just in case. This, you're just stretching right over the top.